pit stop. This is the all-new 2021 Polo GT, India's favorite hatchback, if I have to call it that way. This is the best hot hatch you can buy in India under 10 lakh, right? So we are bringing you an exclusive review of the all-new Polo GT, and this time Polo gets a different gearbox, so we will be talking more about that. So before getting into the video, guys, please subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell icon so that you will get all the notifications, and please follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. So let's crank up the Polo. So do you think that Volkswagen should really bring the all-new generation Polo to India? It's high time, I believe, right? Because this design is actually more than 10 years old, and still I agree that this design is, some sort of timeless design. It looks striking. Even now it can compete with other hatchbacks in the segment visually. I completely agree that, but still Volkswagen should really bring the next generation Polo to India, because Volkswagen Polo has got a huge fan base, and definitely it should have so many elements from the modern tech. For example, the headlamp system is not automatic, the wiper is not rain sensing, we don't get any LED systems, and one basic thing which is missing is that, come I'll show you. We don't even get keyless entry here, so it's just a normal door. We have to unlock it. We don't even get a keyless entry. One more thing which is missing is that we don't have a start stop switch. All we have to do is insert the key, and then we have to twist the key just like an old car. So I don't have any complaints doing that, but being a Polo GT in the year 2021, I believe that a start stop switch is a must have in this era. And one good thing about the Polo GT is that even though the screen and everything remains same, the screen is actually very nice to use if you connect your Apple CarPlay and everything. So the screen looks very classy and very neat, even though if it's small, but overall it looks very neat. So visually these are the small things which I would like to mention about the Polo GT, because other than that there is nothing much to talk about. We have a GT TSI badging over here, and so visually what is different is that, yes, here also we get a GT TSI badging, we get a black spoiler, and everything else remains the same just like the same old Volkswagen Polo. And of course we get one more GT badging over here. So other than that, the Volkswagen Polo just remains the same like how it was. What is different is the engine and the automatic transmission. Earlier it was a DSG, now it's a torque converter transmission. So it's time to drive the Polo GT. Come. 0 to 100 km/h in Polo GT 2021. Start! Stop. 9.73 seconds. 9.73 seconds. That is quick. Finally driving the Polo GT. The very old school Polo GT, but let me tell you in the beginning itself, I just love this car. Ask me why? Just because of the way it handles, just because of the way it delivers power. If you are looking for a hot hatchback in this price range, I seriously will not suggest anything else in the segment. Seriously guys, let me tell you why. So the Polo GT comes with a torque converter 6-speed gearbox. Earlier it was having a DSG gearbox which was super slick, which was super quick, and you really enjoy driving the DSG gearbox. But when it comes to the torque converter gearbox, there is a very minute amount of lag. The gear shifts won't happen exactly when you want it to happen, just a very minute delay. See, suppose like yesterday I drove the Polo old GT with the DSG. So when you drive back to back, you can feel a very minute difference. But other than that, if you are going to drive the Polo GT completely new, then you will not feel any sort of difference at all. You will definitely not be able to even realize whether there is a difference or not. So that's about the gearbox part. Coming to the engine, we have the 1-liter turbo petrol TSI, which makes a maximum power of 108 bhp and 172 Newton meters of torque, packed inside a small hatchback like this Polo, and because of that the car just goes like this. It feels planted on high speed as usual, Polo characteristics, and just drive the car across a corner, and the way with you can handle speeds around a corner is just amazing. Seriously, you will really fall in love with the way it handles across a corner or across a hill. You will have to drive it once across in that sort of scenario to understand, and it gives you a super grip onto the tarmac, especially when you are driving in a performance oriented way. Even if you are driving around corners, it will keep the car planted to the road, and it will offers very good amount of grip. And the best part is that when you are driving the Polo, you get immense amount of confidence. Let it be in terms of braking, let it be in terms of the power, let it be in terms of handling. All these three things, Polo is the best in the segment, is what I personally would like to mention here. So regarding the performance, the car hits 100 km/h in 9.7 seconds, which is good. And even when taking the car from standstill, it has got a nice wheel spin as well. So overall, the Polo remains the same fun to drive car, thrilling to drive as well, and only difference is the gearbox and a little bit of other things. But as I mentioned, it lacks a lot of features in the 2021 variant, especially the keyless entry, the start-stop switch, the auto headlamps, or even the rain sensing wipers for that matter. But you cannot compare the Polo with any other car in the segment, one thing. Second thing is that the build quality and the fit and finish of the car is simply brilliant. Blindly I'm telling you, you will not get the same build quality, or you will not get the same fit and finish in any other car in the segment. So let it be in terms of safety, let it be in terms of fit and finish, the Polo is the best. Let the car be old, let the car be lacking a lot of features, but still these things make the Polo really special. We have a traction control switch over here. We can turn it off if we want, but other than that, the gearbox is lovely, the steering feedback is still the best. These things remain unchanged. And one thing I would like to mention is that if you're going for the Polo GT, the suspension will be a little stiffer because this is a performance oriented hot hatch, so you will have to be prepared about that. I completely agree that those who will be buying a Polo GT will not be considering taking their family out on a daily basis. Those who want that pure performance, pure hot performance from a hot hatchback, something in this price category, who doesn't care much about the rear spacing, then people of that sort will be definitely going for the Polo GT. And I definitely recommend the GT in this category. No Hyundai i20 turbo petrol, I won't recommend that. I have driven the car, it's not as exciting as the Polo GT, and of course we don't have the Baleno RS now, but still I will not recommend the Baleno RS as well. Polo GT is the best in the segment. If you can compromise the new age features, if you can compromise the rear legroom, and you will seriously fall in love with this machine. This is simply brilliant. Let it be triple digit speeds, let it be going over 150 km/h, good amount of confidence, good amount of braking performance, and excellent handling. That is what makes the Polo really special. And regarding the gearbox, I don't have any complaint at all. Overall, I am pretty much impressed with the way the Polo is in the 2021 variant. I'm seriously enjoying the way the car performs. Seriously, this is mind blowing, I would say, for a car in this category. Let me show you the launch once again. Okay, are you ready? One second, let me stop the car and let me show you the launch. This is 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 the launch. launch. Let me show you the 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 launch. 6,500 RPM. Wow. Cool, cool, cool. Polo GT. It's a real hot hatch, guys. So one thing really I will have to appreciate the Polo GT for that is about the fuel efficiency. Seriously, I am amazed, because you know, right, I have been driving the Venue petrol for the past 1 year because it's my long-termer. So actually the Venue turbo petrol is it returns a mileage of 8 km per liter, and inside the city and out on the highways it returns just 11 km per liter. Whatever you do to the car, whatever, you know, smoothly you drive, it will remain the same. But when it comes to the Polo GT, even if you are driving in an enthusiastic way, actually the car returns a very good figure actually out on this highway, and you know, when you are driving it on a very smooth way, actually it returns around 15-16 km per liter. Actually that is the best part considering the fuel rising fuel cost, right? So I'm seriously impressed with the fuel efficiency part. Now let me boom. So actually, let me repeat it once again, the Polo is one of the best handling car in the segment. So all the credit goes to the steering is what I personally feel. The steering is quite heavy and it gives the best feedback. But one small feedback from my end is that even at slow speeds, the steering remains the same. The steering is not soft when the speed is less. So what happens is that when you're driving it around the city, you will feel a little bit of tightness, but out on the highways, out on the, you know, high speed runs, that feels great. But only this small suggestion: if the steering is a little bit softer when we are driving on slow speeds, it would have been much nicer. So if I have to conclude the drive review of the Polo GT, I would conclude it this way. This is the best hot hatchback you can buy in the market today in this price range. Excellent build quality, excellent fit and finish, excellent performance, and amazing handling. You will not experience this sort of performance and this sort of handling in any other car in the segment. One more thing, you will have to compromise on space, you will have to compromise on modern technology features. I mentioned, right, there is not even a keyless entry feature, there is no you know, fancy headlamps, nothing. It's an old school lovely car, because I personally love old school vehicles. I don't need modern tech and all. I just want, for me, driving is the most important part and safety is also important. So in these two factors, I believe Polo is shining really well, because you can just feel the build quality of the Volkswagen here. So this is all about the Polo, guys. One thing which disappoints me is that when moving away from DSG to the torque converter, actually the company is saving a lot of money, but at the same time there is no difference in the pricing. The pricing for the Polo GT remains the same even after you know, loading it with a torque converter gearbox. So that is my only concern. They could have made it even more affordable is what I personally feel. So other than that, I'm happy with everything else. This is just a pocket rocket. Polo GT for you guys, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys agree to whatever I have told in this video. So guys, one small request as usual, please subscribe to our channel if you are watching this channel for the first time, and also hit the bell icon so that you will get all the notifications. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Bye bye.